Good morning, guys. Welcome to the pre-market views with equity, guys. Today is the 28th of July, a Monday, and my name is Chirag, an ISM certified technical analyst, and let's get into the view for the day. So, to start off with, uh, on Friday, Nifty closed about 0.9% negative, and Bank Nifty closed about 0.94% negative, with Sensex closing 0.88% negative. So all closing towards the day low on Friday. So let's see what happens today. So today we see that Nifty futures compared to Bank Nifty compared to Nifty is trading at a premium of 13 points. Bank futures compared to Nifty Bank is trading at a premium of 57 points. And VIX is trading positive here of 0.55%. So if you look at the futures data and compared to the indexes, those are bullish, whereas India VIX is slightly bearish there. Moving on to the crude oil data, you see that crude oil is at 56.48 levels. 56.48 levels is still on the bullish levels, so that should not really be a problem in crude oils. We do see that there might be a slight negative to neutral opening in GIFT Nifty today, which is very important to watch out for. Looking at how Nifty B is closed, we see that it closed 0.74% lower, whereas Bank B is closed 0.96% lower, Gold B is 0.3% lower, and Silver B is 0.24% lower. Moving on to how the option chain looks, Nifty is at 0.58 levels and Bank Nifty is at 0.68 levels. So at very oversold regions right now. So once these oversold regions are there, that we can expect a V-shape recovery in today's market. That is something that we need to look out for. Moving on to the sectoral indices, we see that there is a lot of selling in all the sectors except for healthcare, which is not at all good. This data is extremely bearish here, on the negative side, definitely. Looking at NSE data, we see that there is about 2,350 declines with only 500 advances, which is not at all good. This is extremely bearish data, almost looking like it's going to go on the downside today. Looking at FII/DI data, FIIs have sold about 2000 crores in the cash market, whereas DIAs have tried to match that selling with a buying of about 2000 crores. And in the FNO segment, we see that in index futures, they have sold around 2400 crores and they have sold about 2500 crores in stock futures here. So overall, very negative data from the FIS. Not good for the Indian market at all. Definitely looking bearish in this regard. In the advanced decline ratios, we see that Nifty only has 7 advances, 43 declines, 0 advances in Bank Nifty, and 12 declines here. And in the sectors, again, insurance and healthcare are really doing well, but key sectors such as IT, finance, and even automobiles are not doing that great here. Moving on to the option chain is extremely bearish. We see that there is a huge amount of selling in the money puts and out of the money puts, which is on the right hand side, both top and bottom. And whereas in the calls, both top and bottom here, in the money, out of the money, you see there is extreme amount of selling. According to the option chain, we see key levels sitting somewhere around 24,700 levels, and from 700 levels, we see it, in the ranges of 24,700 to 24,500 levels is where the option chain is looking like. Even 24,900 levels here is pretty important. So this range is what we can see the option chain to be sitting at, because that's where the most amount of volumes are. Moving on to the global indices, we see that the United States has closed positive on all areas. 0.4% in Dow Jones, 0.4% in S&P, and 0.25% in Nasdaq. Moving over to the European markets, a little bit of mixed data. You see that there's 0.32% negative in DAX, 0.2% negative in FTSE, and 0.21% positive in CAX, which is almost a little bit slightly negative data. Bearish, definitely, is what we're looking at on the European side of things. Coming over to the Asian markets, we see Nikkei opened and is at about 0.63% negative. Kospi again opened and is at 0.10% negative again. Hang Seng not yet open, but is trading at 0.32% on the positive side here. Looking at the ADRs here, we see that Infosys ADRs and Wipro ADRs and ICICI Bank ADRs seeing a lot of selling. Big companies like Dr. Reddy, HDFC also seeing good amount of selling here. So overall, huge amounts of selling in US ADRs, not at all good here. Again, extremely bearish on the Indian ADR side. Real-time stock futures, we see that US futures is trading extremely positive. Tech 100 trading almost 0.5% positive. US 50 trading about 0.41% positive, and US 30 trading about 0.3% positive, which is kind of bullish on this front here. Moving on to the view for today, guys. Key important thing that we need to look out for is this picture here that we were talking about last week itself. We said that this fifth wave was supposed to be completed here at 24,730 levels, give or take 10-20 points there. That fifth wave has to be completed down here, but the key thing is now not to close below these levels here. So it's supposed to take resistance at the deeper golden ratio here, and then see a bounce back up is what we are expecting today with how PCR and the data looks, and with how Nikkei has also opened today. We see that the nature of Nikkei is it has fallen a bit, and then it has given a little bit of recovery, and we see slight consolidation here. So we could possibly expect the same thing, but the Indian markets could give a little bit better recovery once it has reached this golden ratio of 0 point sorry of for 24,730 levels, around that area. So again, guys, looking at the support and resistances here, we see that the support and resistance at S3 is around those levels. So possible chances of turning at S2, because those are important support levels, but mainly just to respect these support levels is what is important. S1, S2, and S3 here. The better they respect these support levels here, the easier it is going to be for the markets to turn up and close above that 25 uh, 277 levels, so that we can see markets move higher and higher. But again, guys, trade your setup. That is the best thing to do. You guys can find your setups. If you guys want to learn some setups, Equity Guys is offering a new batch on the 2nd of August. You guys can sign up for that. You can look at the description and you can find the contact details for the new batch there. So, like I said, guys, please trade. The setup that you have. Make sure you're trading one index, one time frame, and make sure that you guys are consistently trading in the markets. Overall, I feel like that 24,730 levels is supposed to be respected, and that is supposed to be a key indicator of what is going to happen today. Thank you guys for tuning into the video. Hope you guys have a great trading day. See you guys tomorrow.